Thank you for joining us on the second half of round one of the Midas Historic Tour. Awesome to see such a strong field of cars at the start of the 2013 season. It's great to see such big fields and competitive racing, and newcomers coming to take part in some of the most magnificent machinery we have on South African soil.
People would want to come and see, obviously, the cars, the history, what these cars drove like years ago, what they drive like now, the conditions. Every track's different. I don't think people realize that historic racing is around, but it is the most popular form of motorsport, I do believe, in this country currently. But it can only get bigger and better.
There's some wonderful cars from the history of motor racing, and for me it's been a long history in our family. So it's a real family outing. You know, first of all, there's a lot of history with the cars. Secondly, a lot of fun watching them, and it's a great place to come and wander around and look at the cars.
If you hear a nice racing engine, you get goosebumps. Some people get it, so that might be the first turn on to get you. But it's a good experience, and instead of you're looking on TV is one thing, even looking at Le Mans, you need to get close up to the track, close to the corners. You can see glowing brakes, you can see the guys braking on the limits of adhesion, you see the exhaust crackling, accelerating out of a corner, sliding out of the corner. It's magic, it really is magic.
If you come to a race, you experience the adrenaline, you experience the fumes and the smells and the sounds. Everything is a passion for us as drivers. An old car and historic racing is really a place to be because it shows you what was there and you relive all those memories.
At the moment, I think the Historic Tour is becoming the leading tour in South Africa. You're looking at all the entries and things we've got, and the closeness of racing we've got, it's awesome.
Well, I think it's fantastic to see the people with cars that are 20, 30, 40 years old still on the racetrack. It's good to see the old cars still doing the job, you know?
Look, I think Historics is for the true car lovers, the true motorsport lovers. You know, you get the sort of younger guys today who drive production cars and all they know is the modern stuff. They see old cars, oh, that looks nice, but they don't really know what it is. Whereas the true enthusiasts, cars or motor racing, they know all the cars, all the way back. And that's what's important and that's what's nice.
It is fantastic to have such great machinery on track, but as race control gets ready for the day's racing, we managed to catch up with Chris Clark and found out a little bit more about his Morgan 4.4.
Hi, my name's Chris Clark. I drive a Morgan 4.4 with a Kent engine, and this is history in motion. I started racing in 1979 in a Morgan in what we call now Mark cars, which was historic racing. I then went into more serious racing with Nissan's, Toyota's Group N. Then I got a bit old and I retired a bit, and I came back, built myself a Morgan, come to play in historics. Morgan is the oldest privately owned car manufacturer in the world, and they won the 2-litre class at Le Mans in 1962. And the colour of this car is based on the car that won that race, which was TOC 258. So they've been in racing forever, and they're still racing today. To maintain the cars takes a bit of work, but you know, some people play golf, some people go fly fishing. I work on cars as a pastime, and really it's the exhilaration of the 2 races on a race day is worth all the trouble.
Who on earth would go fishing or have that kind of hobby when you can come and play in cars of this nature? Absolutely awesome stuff to see Dino Scribanti on pole position, nearly 8.5 seconds ahead of the Daytona Coupe of Jonathan DeToy and Peter Lindenberg. Jenkins is the first class seat car and looks pretty good in his Porsche 911 RSR. The flag drops, and it's Franz Pretorius' 956 that leaves the rest of the field in its wake, because that is the car to try and catch around here. Now remember, that's the car that is running in the Trust colours, and very famous colours at Le Mans, and definitely a great car to see in action on the Midas Historic Tour. It's .sure.co.za that sponsors this category, and it looks like they've definitely put their money where their mouths are when you see such a strong field of cars.